Pedir perdón. Pedir perdón. Pedir perdón. Another common one. So before we talked about pedir ayuda. Now we're talking about pedir perdón. What does this mean? This means to apologize. It's one way to say to apologize. Okay? Pedir perdón. You can also say disculparse. That's another common way to say apologize, to apologize, just the verb to apologize in Spanish. But this is a very common one. Pedir perdón. Perdón, you can just say perdón by itself. It's used when you are, if you want to say excuse me, excuse me, I need to go through here. You can say perdón, puedo pasar por ahí, right? Necesito pasar por ahí. Perdón is similar to saying excuse me if you just use it by itself. Perdón can also mean pardon, Perdón? Pardon? I didn't hear what you said. Okay, you can also say that. But when you say pedir perdón means to apologize. So let's look at some examples using this phrase. Te pido perdón. Te pido perdón. Te pido perdón. This is a common sentence right here. That means I apologize. Technically, the literal translation is I apologize to you. Okay, it's hard to translate this literally, but it's similar to saying I'm apologizing. I need you to forgive me. Pretty much that's what you're saying, but it means I apologize. Okay, and you say this to one person, not to multiple people at once. Te pido perdón means I apologize. Let's break this down. Oh, by the way, you can use reflexive pronouns with this phrase. Te pido. Te refers to you, okay, to you. And te pido perdón, pedir perdón, obviously this is conjugated, the verb pedir, okay. Yo pido perdón. We don't have yo. You could say yo te pido perdón, right? Yo, but we don't need yo all the time. So this verb right here is conjugated for the personal pronoun yo, I. Okay, you're apologizing. So technically, we're talking about I. Okay, yo te pido, and then perdón stays the same. You don't change that. Perdón stays the same. So just the whole thing, te pido perdón, means I apologize. Now, if you're saying this to a group of people because you want to apologize to a group of people, then you can say something like, instead of te, you can change it to les. Les pido perdón. Now, you're saying, or you're apologizing, like in a situation where you have a group, okay? So you're asking for pretty much for their forgiveness. That's technically what you're asking for. But it's very similar to saying, I apologize. I apologize, guys. That's what you're saying here, okay? So this is for a plural situation, right? Less, remember that. But te is just one person. So you're apologizing to one person only. Okay. So that's it. That's it for that sentence right there. But we have more examples. Let's look what we have here. Pido perdón. Similar to right here. Pido perdón. So again, you're apologizing, or I apologize rather. Pido perdón por llegar tarde. Pido perdón por llegar tarde. And this means I apologize for being late. Now you're saying more. You're saying why you are apologizing. Why? What did you do? What did you do? So let's break this down. Yo pido. You can say yo pido. You don't need yo. You can just say pido perdón. Okay, pido perdón. And that means I apologize. Por is the secret word, not so secret anymore, that will help you add more to the sentence and explain why you're apologizing. So for, okay, literal translation right there. Llegar tarde. This term right here, llegar tarde, means to be late. Llegué tarde. I'm late. Llegaste tarde. You're late. Okay? So it can work with reflexive pronouns as well. Llegaste. Te is a reflexive pronoun. So we use reflexive pronouns all the time, guys. All the time. In like almost 99% of the verbs in Spanish can work with reflexive pronouns. So they're really necessary. Llegar tarde in this situation means being late. Pido perdón por llegar tarde. I apologize for being late. You can change this, of course, to anything else. If you're apologizing for I don't know, for any reason, you can just replace llegar tarde with any other reason. Pido perdón por, let me think of something. I don't know. I apologize for, for what? Por no ir a la fiesta. Let's keep it simple. Simple-ish. So I apologize for not going to the party. All right? So maybe someone invited you to a party and you couldn't go. You didn't make it for whatever reason. So you're apologizing for that. So we have here no, por no. I'm not saying porno, by the way. It sounds like it's like saying porno, but it's not. It's not that. Por no. So two different words, okay? Por no ir. No ir. No ir. Not going to the fiesta. Party, okay? Por no ir a la fiesta. For not going to the party. Pido perdón por no ir a la fiesta. I apologize for not going to the party. So that is a very interesting way. I mean, a pretty simple yet helpful way to apologize, in Spanish. Now, I need to go back to what I had. There you go. Okay. I believe I have another example using pedir perdón. Okay, so let's take a look at the last example, and then we have two more meanings, and that is it. Let me see. Ella pidió perdón por... Oh my, what is this? There you go. Ella pidió perdón por olvidarse del cumpleaños. Ella pidió perdón por olvidarse del cumpleaños. This means she apologized for forgetting the birthday. It happens. It happens. Sometimes you forget things. It happens. It happens to me all the time. I mean, just because sometimes I'm clueless. But anyways, let's break this down. Let's see how this works. Ella means she. Ella, she. Pidió perdón. We have the phrase here, pedir perdón, right? But conjugated, pidió perdón. Ella pidió perdón means she apologized. I know it's a longish way to say apologize, but it's common. It's a common phrase to say in Spanish. Por is the word that helps you explain why you're apologizing. So for. Olvidarse. Olvidar is a verb. Just this part. Olvidar. Okay? Olvidar means to forget. We can add se, okay? Because it's a reflexive pronoun. So, surprise! You can't use reflexive pronouns with the verb olvidar. Olvidarse, this person, it just refers that she forgot, she forgot. Se refers to ella. That's what I wanted to say. Se, she forgot. Okay? Forgetting, that's in English. This is the gerund. We don't have the gerund in Spanish. Del means de él. And when you say olvidarse de, that is a phrase by itself, like a phrasal verb that means to forget. Me olvidé del pastel. I forgot about the cake. Ella olvidó, olvidarse, me olvidé, te olvidaste de salir, de ir a trabajar. You forgot to go to work. So, de is like olvidar de, work really well together. And obviously, del is one word, but originally that was two words, de él. But in Spanish, we don't do that, so we make it one word. De él becomes del, okay? So we don't have anything here similar to de, but that's because olvidar de, that works together, right? In English, we don't have it. And then él means de, but because, you can't have de él, that's del. Then we have cumpleaños. I know it can be very tricky. It can just ask questions if you need me to explain something specifically. But cumpleaños means birthday. Es mi cumpleaños. It's my birthday. Es tu cumpleaños. It's your birthday. Feliz cumpleaños. Happy birthday. Okay, so cumpleaños, it's a long word, but it means birthday. And it's very interesting because it's not like birthday, it's like two words. Birthday, the day of birth, right? In Spanish, it's not kind of like the literal translation. It's more like when you get to be a different age, right? So you add more. And cumplir años. Cumplir años is actually another phrase that means to, to have birthdays very much. It's interesting. We can talk about that in the future. I don't want to confuse you. I want to keep it simple. So just remember this phrase, pedir perdón means to apologize, okay? And it works with reflexive pronouns.